Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to tell you about my visa interview experience which happened on 28th of June. Apart from that, I'll be walking you through how to apply for a visa interview and then what is the arrangement in the Mumbai VAC and the Mumbai Embassy, US Consulate Embassy, and finally how exactly did my US visa interview experience go. First things first, if you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing because I'm going to make such content. If you're new to this process, the US visa interview happens on 2 days. The first day, biometrics, or called as OFC, which happens at a VAC or Visa Application Center. And the second day is the actual visa interview, which happens at the embassy. You have to make an account for yourself on CGI Federal website. I'll put the link in the description below. After making your account, you have to follow the instructions there on the website, and finally after you have made the fee payment of $160 or fixed INR amount 12160, which is 12,160 rupees against the visa appointment application fees, you move on to booking a date. The first calendar which you see will be your date for the biometrics. On top, OFC will be mentioned. So anywhere you see OFC, that means biometrics. Biometrics consists of two things, your fingerprints and your photo. Then after you booked your OFC, you move on to the second calendar where you actually book your date for VI or visa interview. So after you have done that, I'm going to tell you about what the arrangement is for the Mumbai VAC, which is the Parinee Crescenzo building, which is in Bandra-Kurla Complex, Mumbai. Because I am from Mumbai, so I gave it there. The second thing will be my visa interview, which happened in the US Embassy, Mumbai. My OFC or the biometrics was scheduled for 8:30 AM on 25th of June. I went there. There was a huge line outside the building. Huge as in 20 people were there. What they do is they make you stand in a queue outside the building, and then they issue tokens, yellow colored coupons or tokens. They issue that and they send you in a group of 10. So once you go inside, it's a very smooth and seamless process. You don't have anything to do. You can see the signs marked, arrow signs marked, which lead you to the visa application center, which is a small room inside the building. And once you get in there, you have to submit your coupon outside the entrance of the room, and then the security guard will assign you counters. Once you go into one of the counters, they will ask for your passport, your DS-160 confirmation and your visa appointment confirmation. Once they have taken your passport, they'll stick a sticker which has your interview details, date, time, your name and a barcode and the DS-160 confirmation number. After they've put the sticker, they'll stamp your DS-160 confirmation and then they'll tell you to go inside. They'll do your biometrics, your 4 fingers of your left hand, your 4 fingers of your right hand, and then the 2 thumbs. And then they'll click a photo of yours. Once you go inside, the arrangement or the setup is similar to what you see in an airport when you go for the check-in at the counter. There'll be a monitor screen flashing in front of you with your OFC number, for which the token will be provided by a security guard at the entrance of another room before your actual biometrics, and after the sticker sticking procedure has been completed. Once you receive that coupon, there will be a number, and then according to that number you will be assigned a counter which will flash in front of you on a computer screen. You go there, go to that counter, they greet you, and finally they click your photo, take your biometrics. That's all. And that's the procedure they do, and they may ask you a couple of questions just for verification of your passport and your identity, like what's your name and your date of birth. That's pretty simple. So the procedure for that day will be done. You have to come back and you have to make sure that you have the sticker on your passport kept very safely, because that sticker has a barcode which will be scanned on your interview day. So this was about OFC, biometrics. Next day, which was day 2 of the US visa interview, which happened for me on 28 June at 10 AM. 10 AM was my slot time. I entered the building at around 8:40 and came out at 9:25 AM. In front of the US Embassy building, there's a huge line of people, and don't worry, they maintain proper social distancing. Once you're in that queue, we'll be checking your passport sticker and then finally approving you access to the building. Follow the back path again, just like the security at the airport. You enter the building and then they'll ask you to sanitize your hands and do a property security check of yours as exactly done on the airport before boarding a flight. Once you're through with that, you can go outside the building and they'll make you wait in a waiting area. The waiting area is an open space, but it has shed on the top. So don't worry, even if it is raining, you'll be fine. You will be made to sit in rows. They'll send you accordingly, according to the room. And once you're sitting in the waiting area, in front of the counters, because they have arranged glass panes in front so that you can see all the counters inside the building. Then once you go inside the building where all the counters are situated, then you will be made to stand in a queue again. So after the personnel checks your passport, he or she will assign you the counter number. In the Mumbai embassy, they are only taking the morning slots, and therefore usually 4 to 6 counters are open. During my time, only 4 counters were open. The counters were being assigned based on their availability. The counter is box office देखा है ना, तो बस वैसे ही box office booking जैसे होती है, it's the exact same. The person who is sitting behind the glass pane, the visa officer, he has proper mic, so he'll be properly audible even if he is wearing a mask. On this side of the glass pane, candidates are waiting on chairs. So once go and give your interview. Once you're done, they'll hand you out the white slip if your visa has been approved, and then you can take that white slip and leave. The only thing they keep with them is the passport. And now I'll tell you what my visa interview was. If you have been following the US F-1 Visa Experiences Telegram group, you might know that in Mumbai there's a very famous legendary bald guy. This guy, he approves visa like anything. His usual interview time is 25 to 30 seconds. That is it, and he'll approve your visa. Very luckily, I got that guy, and today he was sitting at the counter number 33. Good morning, please pass me your passport. And I passed my passport through the slit below the glass pane. Then he asked for my I-20. I passed the I-20 along the same way. And then he asked about my father's occupation. As I was going through that my father is a central government employee, he cut me off in the middle and then went on to the another question, which was, how much does your father earn? So I mentioned the XYZ figures, and as soon as I was done, he asked my fingerprints and then he approved my visa. He just took my passport and then returned everything and gave me the white slip. He did not ask me any other document apart from my passport and I-20. और उसके बाद you just have to exit from the left. So this was my visa interview. There are a couple of points which I would like to highlight at this point. So the first thing is, please ensure that all your documents are in order. Don't miss out on anything. You have to be extremely sure about your funding, what exactly is his occupation, how are the fundings coming through, and what kind of investments or immovable assets you hold. Then you have to be clear about why are you choosing this university and why do you want to pursue it, especially in the US. And in case if you have a work experience or are currently employed somewhere, then why do you want to pursue masters now? Why are you leaving that job? Third thing is, you have to make sure that you are a non-immigrant and you have to show that. I have prepared some sample answers and I'll give the link of the doc in the description below. Lastly, I would say, please wear a presentable attire. Don't go in a round neck t-shirt, shorts or slippers. That doesn't look very presentable. And please be well groomed with this stubble. I did not trim it because mine looks fine. Have a proper haircut. And I would say this is the attire which I donned during that day. Usually people, they were in a jeans or a pant and a collared shirt. So these are some of the points which you have to be very careful about, and I will also link the doc in the description for the documents which I carry. And have a wonderful visa interview experience, and let me know in the comments how was your experience.